I've got a short wheelbase Caddy. We're about to take it off to Wales for a couple of days to see how we get on, find out what we're missing. I don't want to take everything with me on the first trip. I want to pack reasonably light, but you're always going to get there and you're going to think, wish I'd taken this, wish I'd taken that, etc. Also, this video might help you if you're thinking about buying a short wheelbase. How does it compare to a long wheelbase? Is there enough room? Hopefully this will show you a few bits and pieces. Let's start off by showing you what my Caddy is all about. Right, so here's the Caddy itself. It's a 2014 automatic 1.6. Yep, the dreaded injectors have all been done. All 4 of them cost me just under 2,000 quid. When I was planning the build, it was all about what I needed rather than what I wanted. Now, I thought it was essential to have an emergency lavatory. It was essential to have somewhere to sleep. And it was essential to have somewhere for all of your storage. Let's start with the lavatory. And what I wanted with the loo is I just wanted somewhere that would be useful in an emergency. Now, I don't intend to use the loo daily, but if you are in the middle of nowhere and you suddenly need it, you've got it. The bed works by adding in a separate piece of wood to the middle. Now when the double bed's actually made up, you'll see there's a ridge in the middle. That's perfect for me when I'm going away with mates, so they know exactly where the middle of the bed is and what side of the bed they need to be sticking to. Underneath the bed you've got a massive bit of storage, so that's where I put the chairs for sitting outside when we're doing a bit of food later on. In terms of storage, I have what's known as these 2 coffins on the side. The lids lift off, and inside you've got a huge area for whatever you might need. I tend to keep one of them for clothes and one of them for all the food, medical and cleaning bits. For anything that I need in a hurry, I've got the shelf over the cab. So up there I keep some plates, coffee, frying pan, and anything that I might want quickly. The key to a short wheelbase is actually having organisation. So I always have all my technical stuff here, which is the glove box area on the passenger side. Anything to do with music, passenger side door. Anything to do with medication, the little flip up. Behind the passenger seat you've got a huge amount of space, which goes down and under. So that's ideal for things such as wet walking boots, that kind of gear. On the driver's side you've got a similar kind of space, so I put in there all the mechanical stuff and essentials like the lavatory roll. And then down the side behind the driver's seat, that's probably about 6 foot long, that area, so you can put all the stuff in there you want to get your hands on quickly. So for example, a little stove if you want it, rug, little camping table so you can go outside and make yourself a quick cup of tea. And of course everyone needs, if you haven't got one of these. And when it comes to kipping in these things, some people say, well, is it long enough if you're 6 foot, 6'2", etc. What we have a tendency to do is we either slide the seat forward at the front or just rotate it forward, stuff that little void with pillows, and then the area from here to here gives you about another foot in space. So I'm 5'10", I have literally no problems at all. I would say you can probably get at least a 6 foot, 6'2" person in there without any qualms at all. Now at the end of June, me and a mate are nipping over to France for 10 days in this. We proposed to see how many days we can do before we need to hook up for a B&B for a night and then back on the road again. We'll probably be doing about 2,000 miles. Like I say, it's 10 days long, and we're going to go from Carcassonne west via Bordeaux, via Cognac, and all the way up the west coast back up to where the ferry will bring us back to the UK. I want to make sure that we have got everything we need with us. So what we're about to embark on, me and my son, is a couple of nights now in Wales, just to give us an idea as to what's missing and what else we might need en route. I don't want to take everything with me on this first trip. So the key to this one really is to go away, take what I think we need, and then see what we're missing. So let's see how we get on. One of the key things, of course, is making sure we keep everything clean and dry. So every time you go away, make sure that when you come back you sort your gear out ready for next time, which is why it's brilliant. I just come in here to get my boots out and they're absolutely caked in crap. Okay, so the trip's begun. We've got 136 miles to get to Abergavenny. We're on the M4. The good news is so far the mileage is 65,869. I was told when I left home that the range was going to be 70 miles left in the tank. Interestingly enough, we've now driven 13 miles and it still says I've got 70 miles left in the tank. So that's pretty good. Generally speaking, it's a 1.6 VW Caddy. I think it does about 500 miles for a full tank, which basically means if it's 100 quid to fill up, it's about 20p a mile, something like that. I'll give you some more details on that later on. Here we are in Abergavenny. We're now going to find the campsite which we checked out online earlier. Apparently it's £5 per person per night. Doesn't have anything on it apart from loos, but that's pretty much all we need for one night, I think. This is the place apparently. What does it say? Welcome to Llanthony Court Farm Camping, £5 per person per night. Well, here we are. We've arrived. Abergavenny. Here for a couple of nights. Bit of wine drinking and food tonight. And then tomorrow, a bit of walking in the Brecon Beacons. What I want to make sure I do is try and get the midges out of here tonight. Because there's a few of them kicking about. And they're after our blood. And now we've set the cab up for the evening. Let's show you inside. Right, well, good morning everyone. We made it through one night in the metal tent. It was absolutely brilliant. Perfect sleep, completely black inside. It was wonderful, the new blackout blinds we've got. If anything, it was a little bit warm, just a little bit warm. You know, for breakfast this morning, we're having fried eggs with cheese, of course, tomato ketchup, salt and pepper. And if you ever get a chance to come to this place, it is absolutely amazing. It's the Priory in Llanthony in Wales. That's where we're headed. And this is the path we're on. So that's where we come from, and that's where we're headed. Hatterrell Bridge, if of course I can get Harrison away from the sheep. 27 minutes in, just over a kilometre walked, still not at the top yet, but turn around and check out this view. How beautiful is all this? Down at the bottom there you got the Priory where we started from. And then up the top, just a little way to go. We are at last at the summit. After 55 minutes, 44 seconds, a few brief stops, a few chats with people coming down, but here we are. Now, behind me, in that direction, is Wales and where we came from, at the Priory. You can't see it because the ridge kind of plateaus a bit. And then in this direction, again behind me, that is England. And it's reckoned that by standing here, there is nothing higher in the east anywhere between here and Russia. I'm doing just a little bit of recording here just to show you the cloud formation. I'm not sure if this is going to pick it up until I get back and I review it all. But this is, again, amazing. It's stunning. Look at it. And from where we are, we've got a whole 360. Little bit grey above our heads. Quite nice where we come from. Right, just a quick 2 seconds to show you what's left and right of me right now. On the left hand side, we have what's known as beautifulness and miles of it. And then on the right hand side, oh, more beautifulness and miles of it. This is a pretty stunning place. So 3 hours later, done the circular walk. It's starting to rain a little bit. And we're back at the Priory now, where we're going to sit down in the van and have a little plan as to what and where we're going to stay tonight and what we're going to do tomorrow. There's a possibility that we might head to the beach.
Good weather for it.
Good weather for it. Find ourselves somewhere nice to eat and somewhere that's not going to charge us a fortune to park up. Unless of course we can find a little side road. But what a beautiful place this Priory is. So if you get a chance to come here, it's Llanthony in Wales, near Hereford, and the car park is free. But if you want to stay the night in the camping site, it'll cost you a £5 per person. Just spoke to a beautiful couple who have recommended we head to a place called Nash Point tonight. Apparently it's up on the cliffs, great place to stay, 3 good pubs up there.
Baby, you give me ice and fire. You're giving me wind and rain. You're some kind of butterfly. Baby, you.
Now a quick recap. The cooker, the pan, and this little tray of coffees go in the cab or above the cab on that little shelf. So you always know where your cooking stuff is. Your loo, if ever you need it, the emergency one, is under the middle bit. And you have a coffee on either side for storage. One here and one here. The middle bit of wood, which slides in to give you a double bed at night with these bits and pieces, is actually very useful to pull out so that when you want to do some cooking, you've got about 1.5 feet to do some cooking on. So you're not cooking in the van, you're not going to gas yourself to death. Last night it was completely pitch black inside, and we'll see how we get on tonight. This is going to be rather nice. It's 15 quid a night to park here, but in fairness, if you're going to get somewhere as beautiful as this with so few vans, it ain't all bad. I'm whispering because it's early. There appears to be some sheep at the top of the cliff over there. There appears to be some more sheep over there this morning.
What are you doing?
Just making sure he's still alive. These custom made blackout blinds that I bought, I think I paid about 175 quid for them. Which might sound expensive, but they are brilliant. They're made to fit. They're magnetic. I'll put the link below if anybody wants them. But £175 and money well spent for night after night, a completely blacked out van inside. Awesome. Absolutely awesome. And that is what it's all about. Waking up in the mornings to views such as this. And that's whether you're in a short wheelbase, a long wheelbase, a big old motorhome, a tent. Just getting up and seeing this. And hearing this.